estate deal that critics say is being done in secret. Good evening, I'm Greg Jeske.
And I'm Amber Noggle. Governor Walker's administration is coming under fire for what some are calling a possible open records violation.
This involves the sale of a state property and whether a Walker campaign donor is being protected. The state is looking for a developer for a $197 million project at the state's Hill Farms property on the west side of Madison, the longtime home of the Wisconsin DOT offices. The developer would be in charge of building 2 new state office buildings comprising 600,000 square feet. Now, the deadline to submit proposals for this project ended last Friday at noon.
But so far, DOA has refused to say who applied. Capitol Bureau Chief Greg Newman is digging deeper in this story you'll see only on 27 News.
We started with one simple question: whether or not a Madison developer who made a late donation to Governor Walker's campaign has submitted a proposal to develop the property. We have yet to get an answer. In June of 2013, Madison land developer Terrence Wall sent a letter to Governor Scott Walker expressing an interest in buying several state properties, including Hill Farms. 16 months later, on October 13, 2014, the State Department of Administration quietly posted a request for proposals, or RFP, for the purchase and development of that property. It required anyone interested in submitting a proposal to take a tour of the facility 2 days later on October 15th. But DOA will not tell 27 News who took that tour, something that bothers the president of the Wisconsin Freedom of Information Council.
I mean, who is protected by the withholding of that information, particularly since they did have this public event which made themselves known to each other.
We wanted to know who was on the tour because 9 days after it was conducted, Terrence Wall made a donation of nearly $10,000 to Governor Walker's campaign.
I think we're starting to see a very direct line of cronyism.
The RFP period ended on November 7th, and 27 News asked to see the proposals, knowing that the DOA's own language in the RFP states all information submitted is subject to Wisconsin's open records law, except that which the developer designates as proprietary and confidential. We haven't been turned down yet, but a week later, we still have only received a confirmation that DOA got the request.
And this is an important property to my district and to many people in the state, and it deserves transparency in terms of who's going to develop it.
Now, the Capital Times has also been following this story and has also been turned down on a request for the list of developers who took that initial tour of the property. They have now retained an attorney to put legal pressure on DOA to release those names.